India is one of the country that is heavily importing crude oil. India is one of the country, what one of the country? China is the number one importer of the crude oil. If you go to China or people hear about China, they hear that people they do not use oil or something like that. They use their muscle strength to drive bicycle or whatever. They don't use motor, but that is not true. In China, China is the number one importer of crude oil. Number one. And number two is India. Unfortunately, that is not required that much. 172 million ton 172 million ton of crude oil India imports. 172 million ton. Okay, 172 million ton. 32 billion cubic meter of natural gas India import. Unnecessary. How this happens? Because Indian government earns a lot from from the natural gas and petroleum crude oil. Okay, it imports at lesser rate and sell. The government has full control on the price of petroleum, prices and natural gas prices. Okay, natural gas and from petrol only LPG cylinder form. Now after that, Indian government does some kind of dance. Okay, Indian Prime Minister or its minister through newspaper, through radio, through television, they try to attract people towards using motorbike, towards car ad and this ad and that ad, and then Prime Minister is going in a kafila of 40 cars and this kind of that, so that people would get attracted towards this petroleum life, and government earns a lot in that form. It made China and India made Saudi Arabia very rich, because these I don't know about China, but Indian government, because India is a kind of agricultural country. So for fuel also people use LPG cylinder, full dependency on petrol, full dependency on natural gas. Okay, in that sense, it is something like government to earn money, they have paralyzed people, because people they used to take care of ox and cow or buffalo, whatever it is, and their dung was used as fuel, and their dung was used as manure. Many use of cow dung, many use, not only for home fuel or for the agricultural manure, for their ashes were used to clean the mouth, clean the tooth. So many use, not only this, many use. Now everything people need to purchase from the market, and government is earning heavily. In that sense, India is importing natural gas, crude oil heavily. Okay, we are talking about a case that new. So India is searching for the, so rather than importing, Indian government is trying to produce or to take out the natural gas or petroleum from the country itself. So there is a region that is famous nowadays, that is Andaman Sea. Andaman Sea. Andaman Sea is south of the Andaman Nicobar Island. Island, Andaman Island, then Nicobar Island. It is in Bay of Bengal. But south of the Nicobar Island is called Andaman Sea. Andaman Sea touches Sumatra province, Aceh in Sumatra, Aceh, that province in Sumatra. So Andaman Sea is between Nicobar Island and Sumatra. Somehow, I don't know who, I believe there is Mudabla, Mubada, Mubadala, something like that. Mubadala Energy, that is a company from Abu Dhabi. Mubadala Energy from Abu Dhabi or something. Abu Dhabi. Mubadala Energy, something like that. That energy is a company that Indonesian government they have given contract to this company to search oil in the Andaman Sea. Somehow two places they have searched. Now Andaman Sea is belongs to Indonesia. Andaman Sea belongs to India. So both share the Andaman Sea. The part of Indonesia, their Mubadala, Mubadala Energy, they have searched two sides for the oil. This side there is a government organization called Oil India. So Oil India, they have also claimed now there is a war going on there in the Andaman Sea to search for the oil. Okay, in that sense, they have also found some site where there is a petroleum crude oil is there. We are talking about new crude oil well site that is found in Andaman Sea from Indian perspective. Anyway, Mubadala Energy, they have searched 2 point out there. Now, Ranjit Rath is the head of the Oil India, Ranjit Rath. Now there was discussion going on with the Ranjit Rath long time back, I believe 6 7 months back. Now Ranjit Rath is claiming that we will take out petroleum oil. We will try to take out the petroleum oil, I mean crude oil from the Andaman Sea from the beginning of this next physically. I believe from March onward that extraction or taking out from the earth will start as far as Mr. Ranjit Rath is concerned. Now he is talking that India, what is the strength of Indian petrochemical region? So India produces 4 million ton, 4 million ton, 4 million ton of crude oil every year. Around 228 wells are there, 228 drills are there in the India. In last 2023-24, India searched 61 places in India only in 2023-24 where they could dig into or hold into and they could get the crude oil. Now that increased the Indian strength of crude oil by 6% only in 2023-24 as per Mr. Ranjit Rath is saying. Okay, like that in natural gas, India India can take out around 5 billion 5 billion cubic meter of natural gas India is extracting from its own land, whereas import has gone in 1 year, in past 1 year, import of the natural gas has gone from 16 billion cubic meter to 32 billion cubic meter. Can someone believe this? Means government is pressurizing people indirectly to use the natural gases. Natural gases are used to commute the vehicle. I, I, I believe, I don't know what it is called. There is some name. It's CNG, CNG gases. There is a natural gases. So there are automobiles that run on CNG. So CNG is cheaper to the petrol and diesel. So many vehicles are coming on CNG. Because of that, 16 billion metric cube of CNG. Now need is 32 billion metric ton of CNG. Now everywhere petrol and diesel are used. In tractor also petrol and diesel are used. So tell me one anyway. This is a good sign that Indian government or Oil India has found sites in Andaman. I don't know who found first. Mubadala Energy from the Abu Dhabi. They found first there, or Oil India they found first there. But that region, Andaman Sea between Nicobar and Sumatra, that region has crude oil. No one knows how much it is, but that region has crude oil. In some million ton, that region has crude oil. Now, there is a big question that is hitting everyone's brain. Why we need crude oil and why we need natural gas? Why we need? We need crude oil and natural gas mainly into three reasons, mainly or four reasons. One reason is automobile. That is the number one. Number two is industry. That is number two. It can be electrical industry also. They produce electricity from the petrol and diesel. Industry. Third reason is home fuel. For the fuel, people are using LPG cylinder. That is petrochemical, not natural. And fourth reason is agriculture, tractor and those kind of. Now, question is arising: can India become independent in 4 million ton of uh, diesel and petrol and 5 billion meter cube of the natural gas? Certainly, yes. If in 1 year 16 billion cubic meter to 32 billion cubic meter CNG requirement is grown, means earlier it was very less. Now, in the automobile sector, now people are using petrol, diesel, or CNG. Can a prime minister or anyone that he does not carry any responsibility to what? To run rather than everywhere in the 40 car kafila? He is going like that. People are learning from them only. People are saying our prime minister is going in so nice set of cars, so I should have a car. Now everywhere in television only car ad, this car, that car, this car, that car, this car. People go by instead of car or something like that. There used to be tum tum. That is more enjoying. You tie one horse or two horse and then run it. That is much more for short distances. It is faster than this traffic based this kind of thing that used to run at least in Bihar. Means I was seeing this when I was child. Only tum tum were running. It was very nice, no pollution, nothing. So is it not the responsibility of the government to promote those kind of things rather than buying from outside? This way, the kind of the need for the crude oil will go down. This is automobile sector. Okay. Second sector is the industry sector. Why we need everything from industry? Packed, packed milk, packed, packed milk, homogenized and pasteurized. Means refining it. You are refining the milk that is becoming homogenized and pasteurized. Okay. First of all, refinement means you're taking out the nutrition. That is called refinement. Okay, we are not refining any sand or iron ore. We are refining a food product. Food product, if you go for a stage of refinement, you are losing the nutrition and then you have to make it chilled. The plastic milk, you have to make it chilled. Then you have to transport. In transportation, you need petrol and diesel. And then in the industry, when you make it chill, then you need petrol and diesel. When you pasteurize, homogenize, you make it hot, then you need petrol and diesel. Means net you spend a lot to push the milk into a household. Why you need that much when you can go and collect from the farmer directly? Just think, then people get it and they boil it on LPG cylinder, that milk. Means this is called unnecessary becoming weaker by body. Unnecessary. And this is the new tradition of Indian government. We can cut down the whatever the in industry, whatever the petrol and diesel we are using, we can cut down by 90%, 10% only maximum we need. We are not depending upon any Saudi Arabia or UAE for the petrol and diesel in that fashion. If we see the agriculture, then ox based agriculture is far more scientific than this tractor based agriculture, which certainly we don't need petrol and diesel out there. And at the home, if you go for ox based agriculture, then anyway you have tons of cow dung, dry cow dung for the goita that is called in Bihar. That is for your home fuel. The smoke that comes out of the goita when you burn it, that smell is, first of all, the smell is amazing, and then it kills the unwanted germs and insects inside your house. Only benefit. But anyway, good news that India has got petroleum sites in Andaman Sea. They are imitating Indonesia, or Indonesia is imitating India. That I don't know. But worst thing is, day by day, petrol and natural gas consumption in India unnecessarily it is growing. People they do not tend to walk, people they do not tend to run, people they do not tend to use any animal based communication, only the petrol and diesel. If Indian government look little bit here, and people in India they look little bit here, then the way the production has grown in India for the oil and natural gas, certainly it can become self dependent. This is what we think so. We trust on the government in this sector. Just think that half of the people they do not have food 2 times. We will improve in every sector if we become independent.